Hey everybody, happy Friday afternoon. This is your old pal Steve Kazanewski. I am broadcasting just out of the blue. I did say a couple weeks ago, actually kind of this past month of August, that I want to try and get back into doing some more live casting, Facebook Live, that kind of thing. I'm actually using StreamYard right now. Let me see if I'm pointing at it correctly. As you can tell from that thing there, so you may be asking, why am I using StreamYard right now? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Um, but hopefully you are all either home safely from your jobs or on the commute, listening safely. So I just had a couple of things that I wanted to talk about real quick. Um, the first thing is that Twitter, or X, I guess I should say, the platform formerly known as Twitter, is currently a raging dumpster fire. This will come as a surprise to no one who is not a lunatic right wing troll right now. Um, so, Twitter has been really bad ever since Elon Musk took over. I don't think I'm saying anything very controversial there. Basically, every change that he's made has been horrifying and ruinous and has made the platform virtually unusable. Now, I don't tell this story very often. Um, I'm not actually sure how deep I'll go into it. Oh, by the way, if you are watching, um, go ahead and send me comments. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. And I think with StreamYard, which I don't use very often, I think I can pop the comment up and that kind of thing. Um, so that being said, uh, here's a little story. I'm not sure I've ever really told this story before, but it's been almost 10 years, so it's a little bit, past the point where it's going to be very controversial or anything. Um, I once had a 9 book deal with a publisher, Permuted Press. Like I say, what the fuck? I'm not really going to, well, I'm certainly not going to slander anybody. Maybe this story will put people in a bad light. Um, but yeah, I signed up for a 9 book deal with Permuted Press some years ago. It did not pan out. I came away with a bad taste in my mouth. Actually, I'm not going to tell that whole part of the story. But at the time, I was very excited. Like, oh, I've sold, 9 forthcoming books. I've got a home here. These are the people that did John Dies at the End. They have movies. There are movie deals, so on and so forth. Um, did not end well. You will be surprised to learn I still don't have 9 novels out in general. Uh, but I do remember when I was with Permuted Press, we had a powwow. And when I first got the inkling that they were maybe less interested in the quality of work and maybe more interested in, let's say, hoarding intellectual property, was when I came onto this marketing. It was pitched as a marketing meeting, and there was like 300 authors who all also had 9 book deals, which I pretty much never had a book. I had maybe Brain Eater Jones at this point. Um, and I had no idea that a 9 book deal was a really strange thing to be offered. I was like, ooh, they want to be in the Kazanewski business. Who wouldn't, right? Anyway, this is a little bit of a rambling yarn. Like I say, I'm trying not to slander anybody, but take from this story what you will. Anyway, we had this quote unquote marketing meeting. And I still remember this meeting because the guy that was telling it was at one point Taylor Swift's marketing manager. And so we were all like, ooh, Taylor Swift. And even back, 10 years ago, she was still the new hot thing and everything and like blowing up the world. Not quite to the level that she is now, but even so. Um, and he's like, so remember, you don't want to put all your effort into one social media platform. You want to have a newsletter or you know, whatever you want to call that, a monthly blast. And I immediately went and started a newsletter after that. And his argument was, I'll bet if I point around the room at all of you here, you've all probably still got the emails you created in like middle school, or at least have access to it. And I was like, I do indeed have the embarrassing, email handles that I had in middle school. And he's like, so a newsletter is always going to get to you. Like email does not change, social media does change. So he said, I'll give you an example. When I first came on as Taylor Swift's marketing manager, I put all my effort into MySpace because MySpace was the new hotness, which some of you will remember. Around that time, she was blowing up, 2007, 2008, whenever the country pop, the you know teardrops in my guitar and that kind of era. Um, so we got her millions and millions of fans on MySpace, and that was my entire job. And he's like, and now what do you think that's worth? That account that has millions upon millions of MySpace fans. And we're all like, absolutely fucking nothing. And he's like, you don't think it'll happen, but we also didn't think it would happen to MySpace, but people will migrate and change around social media. Anyway, this is all a long roundabout way of saying Twitter is the new MySpace. It is a fucking hole. And I have devoted a lot of time over the past 12 years trying to get Twitter followers. I have a pretty good number of them. Uh, so I am loath. I don't know what that noise was. All right. So I am loath to give up the platform entirely. Who knows? Might turn it around. Anything could happen. Nobody was predicting that Elon Musk would A, buy it, or B, fucking destroy it in the space of a year. So, I'm not going to completely abandon Twitter. I know a lot of people are like jumping to that. Well, I'm immediately going to abandon it and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, social media, social media. I have my, um, you know, predilections on that whole front. I have ones that I like, ones that I hate, ones that I know that I have to be on, and ones that I'm just on because somebody gave me an invite or said this is the new hotness, check it out, and it either panned out or it didn't. So I'm not abandoning Twitter. However, while I stuck with it for the last 10 months or whatever it's been since Elon decided to take over, ran it into the ground, destroyed all the servers, whatever all else you want to say about it. We did find out in the last week that it is now, TweetDeck is now a paid service, and that my marketing strategy on Twitter is simply untenable. So if you guys are used to getting funny little cutesy marketing tweets from me, guess what? You ain't getting them anymore. So I am, like I say, I'm not abandoning Twitter. You can still find me there. You can tweet me there, DM me there. I'm sure I will continue to check in fairly regularly. However, I'm pretty much abandoning Twitter as a marketing platform anymore. Elon has done everything in his power, as far as I can tell, to I guess monetize the platform, which I guess is his right, but in monetizing it has destroyed what made it, work. So via con Dios, I'm not giving you a dime for the, pleasure of being able to use TweetDeck. Anyway, the point of all of this is to say, hey, Twitter fans, and I'm going to try and repost this to Twitter, as I often do. Well, yeah, I'll probably have to put it on YouTube. It's probably too long for a Twitter video, so I'll probably have to put it on YouTube and put the link to that, and et cetera, et cetera. But in any case, this is all a long roundabout way of saying my marketing strategy is shifting away from Twitter. You do you. I don't have a magic ball. I can't tell you guys. I assume some of my fans are also readers and or small business people. So just take my input along with your thousands of other sources of information and tailor your marketing strategies accordingly. In any case, now that I no longer have to put any effort into Twitter, I am going to do something which I have been trying to do for a long time, which is kind of shift into some of the other social media markets where I think there's more value than Twitter. So I'm going to be in the next, I don't know, no time frames, but let's just say in the next couple of months, couple of weeks here, I'm going to be trying to create a Facebook group. I have spoken to my good friends Wesley Southard and Wiley Young about sharing a Facebook group, as opposed to you're probably watching this on my Facebook page. I want to create a group so that the fans and the friends and the people have a place where they can more organically interact, and if they won't post stupid memes and that kind of thing. So I ran it by them, and I said, can we call it Disaster Pieces, which was their baby. I knew there was going to be an issue in any case because Connor Wiley and I have not collaborated on something together yet. We are, however, going to be collaborating on Disaster Pieces later this year. So I said, let's make the Disaster Piece Theater Facebook group for our fans and friends. So that'll be coming soon. I'm also going, I have an Instagram. I cannot make heads or tails of Instagram, but I'm going to redirect some marketing effort there. So I think you're probably going to be able to start finding the LOLs if you enjoyed that. The what Candace Nola likes to call, I think, dad jokes, but I would just make the argument that puns and wordplay have an ancient and important history in our lives, and the sheer joy that you get from just a clever turn of phrase, I mean, who can argue with that? But if that makes it a dad joke in some kind of derogatory sense, fine. Anyway, I think those are going to start to migrate to Instagram, and I'm also going to try to be a little more Johnny on the spot about TikTok. So I don't understand TikTok. I think it's some kind of clock. I'm not really sure. Uh, Kelly Dobbs says, dad jokes for the win. Thank you, Kaylee. Kind of undercut my point there, but cool. Um, so yeah, TikTok. I don't know. It's the crocodile from Peter Pan. I think I learned recently. So it's probably some kind of crocodile themed social media. I don't really understand it. But in any case, that's changing the face of publishing. Apparently, Barnes and Nobles has a book talk division. So it's, ignore it at your peril. So I'm going to be trying to dive down into TikTok. So that's what the state of my marketing strategy is, which I know is all very exciting information for you regular fans and friends out there. So that being said, let's talk about some other stuff. Next thing is the Perfectly Fine Neighborhood. Um, I have been, well, not just me, our friend Kaylee, who just commented, and Wiley Young, my co-author on the original Perfectly Fine House. For the last year, we announced it at the BuzzBook Expo in September 20th, 21st last year. We announced we were going to be doing an anthology, that it was going to be set in the world of the Perfectly Fine House. And around October of that year, we created a Kickstarter. Kickstarter got way more than fully funded. It got us able to invite Candace Nola, Brian Keene, Jeff Strand as invited authors, and we got a bunch of money to invite a few more Over the Transom authors. So the deal with that, with the Perfectly Fine Neighborhood, is it's going to be dropping on October 1st. I am still confident at this point that we can make that happen. It may not be quite within the margins of error that I was hoping for, but I've learned a lot about doing an anthology, folks, which is primarily don't fucking do an anthology. In any case, as of what kind of an announcement can I make about this? Okay, I think all the contracts are back, first of all. So, yeah, let's go with that. All of the contracts are back. I think we have a solid table of contents. Probably, I think as of today. So my plan was to go live next Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central. I'm not even going to say what it is in the UK, probably 2 a.m. or something. In any case, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You may have noticed, but probably not, because I think only one person or two people actually responded. But a couple of posts below this, if you're looking at this on Facebook, is a little link that says Perfectly Fine Neighborhood table of contents announcement. Okay. So that is going to be happening Wednesday, August 30th? No. What am I looking at? Oh, October. That was a weird one. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. Wednesday, August 30th, 2023, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to Melissa Carabayal. Oh, hello, Melissa. Melissa with the female gremlin for the win says, I'm super excited for this. Good, good. We are super excited to get it out to you, Melissa, and to everybody else. So if you tune in next week, next Wednesday, 10 p.m., follow that link. I'm going to start sharing it around a little bit more in social media and that kind of thing. And that is why I am using StreamYard right now. I'm going to get Kaylee Dobbs, 100% Kaylee Dobbs, 100% Wiley Young, and maybe some special guests. I'm not going to commit for them or not, but we're going to reach out to some special guests this weekend to talk about the final table of contents for the Perfectly Fine Neighborhood. Still on track for October 1st release. I think we're on track for a cover reveal on September 3rd. If you are a Kickstarter backer, keep watching your emails because I'm going to keep. Somebody just liked this. Peter Germany. Hey, Peter. Thanks for tuning in. So keep watching your emails. If you were a Kickstarter backer, you've probably been getting the emails. I've been trying to send them pretty regularly. I probably should have sent one already this week, but like I said, I have been burning the candle at both ends. Trying to get contracts done, get edits done, to get this final manuscript ready for the cover when it comes on September 3rd, and hopefully get it right out, get it to our Kickstarter backers, hopefully a week or so before the general release. We'll see. We'll see about that. Fingers crossed. That being said, I got a package in the mail today. And I know you people like unboxing videos because I'm hip. I'm with it. I'm a daddy-o on the TikTok circuit. I know y'all like mukbangs. That's why I did a mukbang the other week. I know y'all like unboxing videos because kids like to pretend it's Christmas or something. Anyway, here's a box I got in the mail. Now, you're all going to be super fucking jealous when you see what's inside, unless this turns out it's like, a lawnmower part or something, and I open the wrong box. But here inside of this box, this was the right box after all. This is a mug. This is a French press mug, as you can see. And this is the first time, that I've laid eyes on one, that I've ordered one. I'm going to keep one of these, but the rest of these are for our Kickstarter backers. So what the Kickstarter backer, and I know I'm going on and on about them. You missed your chance to back the Kickstarter if you didn't already. Okay, that's life. Life goes on. Maybe you didn't have the money to help kickstart us last time. But there's no there's only one prize that you can't get from the Kickstarter, like technically speaking, which would be the signed books. These mugs you can get right now at Redbubble at the French Press store, okay, along with Brain Eater Jones themed mugs, t-shirts, bucket hats, comforters, shower curtains, anything you can imagine with French Press or Brain Eater Jones um, is up right now. So if you are jealous of our Kickstarter backers, you could even have one before they do. Like I say, these are going out in a couple weeks to all of our Kickstarter people. You could just go to Redbubble right now and order it. I mean, there's a price break at $65 on Redbubble. So probably you want to order at least $65 worth of French press merchandise. You're just shooting yourself in the foot if you don't otherwise. Um, so what our Kickstarter anyway, you'll still be able to get the book a little bit after the Kickstarter backers. You'll still be able to get all of the stickers and swag and whatever mugs and stuff that our Kickstarter backers get. You're just going to have to do it separately. So don't be super jealous. But for our Kickstarter backers, which we really appreciate, Melissa says, I'm going to get a Brain Eater Jones body pillow. I recommend you do. And I'm going to check the store later to see if one of the body pillows actually sold. So you can't just make that empty promise, Melissa. Um, and your daughter's going to college or something, right? So you should probably get her one too, right? And then you can like feel close to each other, even when you're separated. Um, through the power of Brain Eater Jones. It's beautiful, really. It's beautiful to hear. Um, so what our Kickstarter backers are going to get, the first tier gets the free ebook. Everybody likes an ebook, cool. Second tier, I think, gets the paperback. And then the third tier gets the paperback signed by me, signed by Brian Keene. I can't promise anybody else. If there's anybody else that's local, I might pick up some other uh, autographs, but those are the only two I can promise. And a French press mug, and like I said, probably some swag and stuff that they don't know about yet, but they'll all go crazy and do their own unboxing videos, and it's going to be a whole thing. You're all going to be jealous that you didn't get on board, early. But there's nothing wrong with being a late adopter. As you can tell, I was a late adopter to, TikTok and all that other shit I was talking about earlier. So anyway, that's about all I had to cover today. Unless there are any questions, you can drop them in the comments there. But like I said, mostly this was just to check out the StreamYard, try and keep doing, some live videos, develop those all important, what Gavin Dillinger calls parasocial relationships with you, my fans, and, talk about the upcoming talk announcement and the marketing changes and everything else. So that's about it from me right now. Like I said, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go back to editing like a mad person, formatting like a mad person. And probably start shelling out a bunch of that Kickstarter money. There is indeed still Kickstarter money. I think a bit more than half of it has gone out, and I have to distribute the rest. So thank you once again very much to everybody that made this possible. And yeah, hopefully we will see you on Wednesday. It's going to be a big one. I think it's going to be big and fun. But thanks everybody for joining me today, and I will talk to you later. Stay splattery, Cosaholics. I'm going to keep trying out these things. I've got a list of them. You think I'm lying. I've got a list of things to call my fans and a list of uh, slogans because I need to get better at branding. So we need to both brand the fans, like King's Constant Readers or whatever, and brand myself. So you let me know. You let me know what works best for you. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.